shoulders out, see through a little cleavage. Today we are talking about everything natural, natural remedies, natural beauty tips, natural
everything. Natural get your life.
Right? Naturally.
Let food be thy medicine and medicine life.
Yes, you did. You said that perfectly. But first, we are going to start off with for the culture.
For the culture, guys.
Talking about do it for the culture, keeping you guys informed. So I wanted to bring up that Dove campaign. And I also want to bring up, y'all should have saw our group message. It was crazy with all the memes we had.
Thank God y'all didn't see our group message. I tried to go back to one of them, and it wouldn't.
It was gone.
It was gone?
The one in the
guy. The guy, yes.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
That was so funny.
I was like,
that
really?
was the best. That was the best parody. Like, y'all really, I'm sorry, if the Dove commercial wasn't really offensive, these memes and parodies are just got me rolling.
I know, regardless.
Regardless.
But let me break down the Dove campaign situation. Explain to you guys what happened if y'all live under a rock and don't know. Which is good because you're probably on your grind right now.
Exactly.
But basically, there's a Dove campaign commercial ad that was on Facebook. And it was a black girl taking off her shirt, and she became white. I'm just gonna stop there because no, I know I'm gonna go to there. I'm just gonna, and that's what had people going crazy because it was a screenshot of this ad. But what people didn't realize is that wasn't the full ad. After the white girl took off her shirt, was this, I don't know what color, Latino, and another brown girl was taking off her shirt. But before that even happened, it was too late. That screenshot had got spread all over. It was on a whole bunch of sites. Because I personally, when I saw that, I was like, that doesn't seem right. So I was looking it up and I was trying to find the real ad. Couldn't find it. I just saw old ads of Dove. And then
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, just to clarify, was the black girl the first person to start the ad?
Yes, she was the first
and
one.
so when she went from black, she also had on a brown shirt.
Yes.
And the brown shirt went from a brown shirt, literally the color brown shirt, when she took the shirt off, it was not only a white woman, but it was a white shirt.
Right.
So to me, that symbolized that, like, we're washing away the dirty brown and bringing in white. So when they brought in the Latina shirt, the Latina person or whomever was the next ethnicity, what color was their shirt?
It was the same color as their skin.
Yeah.
So
it was a skin tone.
It was a skin tone. Okay.
So it
matched there. Yeah.
So, but why was it going from darker to lighter?
But then it went back to like.
Then it went back to the black girl at the end.
It went from black girl to white girl to a brown girl.
Okay.
So this was my personal.
So but once you see that picture, that pick stitch,
the pick
you
stitch
do believe that they like it's just a brown girl turning to like that can be misleading.
Yeah,
but then when you see the video, see that it's more.
I need to see the whole video.
Than just.
It's on YouTube actually.
Yeah.
But for a long time, it was really hard to find because Dove took it down really fast once they got the backlash, and it kind of surprised me that they didn't say more like, "Hey, this isn't the this is a screen, so this is out of the context." They just said, "Oh, we're sorry, it's so offensive," and I kind of think that was bad PR. But everything nowadays is bad PR, to be honest. But even the white lady's shirt was closer to her skin tone than white. Oh yeah, okay. She was saying that basically the shirts resembled their skin tone.
Right. Okay.
But that just kind of, I just wanted to bring that up because it kind of just reads back to like our culture right now. It's like we see even running with the presidency, we see a whole bunch of stuff on social media, and we don't take the time to do our research. And like a lot of people don't, and then it gets like this whole big thing.
But still, I still feel like it was, even still with knowing the full story, I still feel like there's still some underlying meaning behind it.
Why do you feel that? Like, what's the?
Because why would you take it off if it didn't mean anything wrong? I feel like it was that subconscious, that indirect disrespect.
I don't know.
That's what
honestly,
I feel like
I think we don't know what the message was, what they were trying to portray in that video.
I actually think like they were trying to be inclusive, but they
missed the mark.
They
just
totally missed the mark.
It wasn't a good job.
It was weird.
It was a weird.
It was a bad representation.
It was very bad. Nobody should be turned into a different color. That's just weird.
Right, unless it was just showing faces. They shouldn't have did the whole I'm taking off and like you don't see anything and it's like abracadabra, boom, boom.
Right.
So like you went from the ugly duckly to the white swan thing or dove, whatever. Oh, was it a dove?
But then it's the brown girl. So it's just like, you know.
Okay, I need to see the boy.
And maybe I'm not sticking up for them anyway. I don't use their products anyway because.
Well, now we got some real good questions. I mean, because maybe I could be wrong. Let's pull it up because it's hard. It's difficult to see.
Oh, okay, you got it right there.
Oh.
Jazz, living the bangs. Thank you, girl.
Hey, girl. Yes, girl.
Right.
But yeah.
We're trying to read the comments. It's a lot of comments.
Right.
I really don't want to be all up in the. Sure, Mr. Hey, sloppy, offensive, and word from the ad agency.
Okay,
Sophia, she works at an ad agency.
That's what I think she was mentioning
okay,
above.
So Danny said even the white lady show was closer skin tone than white. As a person who works in advertising, so that is the other thing, you know.
So read it again.
As a person who works in advertising, I know how many eyes saw this ad before it went out. That is true. Like, how did this get approved? Like, somebody said maybe it's not enough diversity in the dub.
Sophia, do you think it's because they don't have enough black people in there?
But even the black girl who did the ad, like,
but girl, the thing is, she's getting paid.
To defend her.
I
want to defend her. I don't think I don't blame the girl.
Be a part of something
I don't think she knew, because what if they just to defend the people, the actors. I don't blame the white person. I don't blame the people the actors that play the role. Because what if they were just told, this is your scene, this is your script, do this, and then when they put it all together, so they didn't know what they could have been doing. So even if they did it in, I'm gonna just defend them. I'm more so targeting the person that created the concept, that said, this would be a good idea to let's put this in this particular order and make it the finished product. That's what I'm like.
Can you read the rest of her comment?
Yes, so it says, sure, the larger context of the ad seems less offensive, but we can't act like the historical context that defines the nation doesn't exist. You should see those images and automatically know better and what it triggers. Yes, sloppy, offensive work from the ad agency. More than just black people working on it should know better. We all should know better. That's true.
Girl, you just took the words out of my soul. You just took the words out of my soul. God bless you. Bless you, girl. That's exactly how I felt, but I didn't know how to put that into words. So beautifully put. Beautifully put.
Thank you for that.
Thanks, girl. HU in the house. Okay. I also want to bring up the Shea Moisture from back in the day. You know, when they were having that whole spill, it was like mostly, for that one video, it's like a lot of whitish or really loose curls, and they were talking about how their hair, mixed chicks, how hard they had it, people throwing stuff in their hair, and their hair is like
perfect. In an ideal world.
Goals to us. Well, I mean,
I love all hair. My folksy hair is amazing.
Yes, absolutely. But you saw how people were going ham with the Shea Moisture thing too. But another thing that people did not see as well is the whole other, it was a series. And it was a lot of black people in those series, just not in that particular
ones, yes, but it's like they got one
spotlight. Thing. So it's just like, and that's a black-owned company.
Yes, it's like, are we being insensitive or too sensitive about certain things? Or, I don't know, are these companies wrong? I feel like, I'm just asking a question.
If you want to look at the vast, and maybe if I could be, my opinion cannot be inaccurate, or a lot of people will disagree, but I'm just saying, in the mass context of things, the darker skinned person is not magnified. So it's like, why can't they get their time to shine? Because in mass media, Hollywood paints in most cases, I'm not going to say all cases, but in most cases, lighter skinned people are winning. So I just feel like, why can't we just embrace all colors and see beauty in all people, no matter what color your skin? If you're just naturally beautiful, just go ahead and own that and not steal the spotlight from that. Like, it's like when black people, we get I'm gonna just talk about black people as a culture, and I will forget throwing out skin. Just like when we get this highlight in our this time to shine, someone of another ethnicity gets to steal the shine. So I'm just saying, like, even amongst our races, let's not steal the shine from any person of color, no matter if you're the darkest of the dark or the lightest of the light. I just feel like give everybody their time to shine. And I don't feel like they were doing that and exercising that, especially because 4C women.
In which one?
I'm gonna say the Shea Moisture, because
even if they were in the other videos.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if this is your brand, let this be your brand.
Like if you cater to 4C women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But what if they cater? Because you know, there's a lot of black people that don't have 4C hair, like
right.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know.
But I know they were. I mean, is it bad that they're trying to include?
Be inclusive to all.
Inclusive to all, or?
I don't necessarily think it's bad. I just feel like, I don't know. It's just very touchy because black people, we are this huge spectrum of people. So
yeah,
I guess it's internal more so that we have to correct within ourselves amongst the way we interact with one another. Then
yeah. But my whole thing when I was looking back at this, because when I was looking at the Dove commercial, I knew something was wrong. I knew that wasn't right because who would? I know people are crazy. I just knew, but I just thought it was crazy how it just took off so fast without people showing the whole entire ad, the whole entire video.
They decided to take these pictures,
right?
Those. Like they didn't even include the other third one.
Right. You're right. You're right about that.
So it just made it seem like it was just that was it.
That was it.
Just the black woman turned into a white woman. That was it. Like that's what when I first saw the pictures, that's what
right.
Like,
that's exactly what I thought too. You're right about that.
And then they did also have another controversial ad too, where it was like a dry skin. It was like in 2013. They had a dry skin picture, and it said before, in a smooth skin picture, it said after. But the black girl was right there. It was like a Latino woman right there, and then a brown girl, and then a white girl like with the after. It was just showing dry skin versus smooth, but the way they had it lined up just made it look like not like the lineup was.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was another terrible one. So when I was searching for the actual ad, I kept seeing that one after it, even though they weren't showing the full story. But my whole thing is like, when I was looking at that, and then for some reason, this popped up on my YouTube earlier today. It was talking about this documentary called Black Hair, and I posted it on like my Facebook page, and it was talking about how the beauty supply store, I always talk about this, and how Koreans are definitely like leaving black people out, and like we're all open arms about Shea Moisture, which is black owned, and Dove I don't really care about, but I was like, and people were going so hard, like I'm not gonna buy Shea Moisture anymore, while this whole beauty supply chain, black people are still going there, spending their money, billions of dollars. This is $1 billion industry, and they're still blocking other black people from being distributors and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, they did this, they made a mistake, Shea Moisture made a mistake, and then y'all still didn't see the whole commercial. But why aren't y'all going ham when people are actually blatantly being racist and not saying no, I'm not going to spend my money here.
Creating a system to keep you outside of like they're really.
So like I wish you would just go ham on that. Like no, I don't want to support that.
Absolutely, that's real, and that's a great perspective to look at. Like black people, we have to do better as a people, as a people, and that's really what it simply boils down to. But we had some comments.
We can't just pick and choose. People were agreeing with Tiffany. You got a yes, great points. But we can't just pick and choose the issues. Like if you are for something, then you have to be for it in all
aspects.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just want to remind people just to do their research. And I mean, I saw this a lot during like the presidency and like stuff that they were saying about Hillary Clinton that. So some was true and some was not true, and some stuff they were saying about President Trump that I was like, oh, like that one thing that said he said if he would one day run for president, one day he would do Republicans because Republicans are stupid. That never happened, but that was going viral. That was not even a real thing that he said.
He was doing what?
There was a meme going around.
Like a picture of him,
like from like People magazine, and they put an S skirt and said that Donald Trump said this in like 19 something, and it was like, if I ever run for president, I'm gonna run for a Republican because Republicans are stupid. That was someone made that up.
Yeah.
But people, I even saw it. It was like I didn't share it, but I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of stuff on social media. You know that's not true.
Right.
Do the research.
Do the research before you share. It's just so important because
like even with the Kanika Jenkins stuff, like
yes.
when that whole thing, you know, came out, people made it seem like she was lured there and her friend, you know, some kind of shady stuff going on.
Right.
And it wasn't the case. So we do have to be careful with what we put out on social media.
Right.
Information we're sharing.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
Definitely do your research. But going back to the whole the Dove commercial, I just want to say that because when you're dealing, well, I like to look at things like logically or scientifically. So when you're doing, I think just with any commercials, because in America we can't ignore the fact that race does matter and color does matter. We see color so heavily, and we would be silly if we said that we didn't see color in America, because America's a melting pot. So everybody in your land looks completely different than you, and that's okay. It's really okay. But I think we need to like be intelligent enough to like call it out for what it is instead of ignoring it and acting like it doesn't exist. When something like this does happen, it would help eliminate these type of hiccups if we just literally like pulled off the mask, or I don't know the saying.
Mask off.
Yes, do the mask.
No.
But like just pulled off the veil and just stop pretending and trying to hide and or make it seem like everything is okay. It's okay to not be okay. But I just want to say, like, cause like even I know in my job they were like, help that lady, and I was like, which one? She was trying to get her out, and I was like, the one that's Asian. She's like, is that racist to say? I'm like,
I
was like, if it was a black person, I would have been like the black guy over there. Like, I just want everybody to get comfortable saying
is that
like color people's skin.
This is so funny because I work at a black-owned company, and my coworker, like my partner in crime, is white because we're both on social media team. We share an office, and I was talking about somebody, and I was like, "Yeah, the Caucasian person." He was like, "Tiffany, why don't you just call him white?" I'm like, "I wanted to call him Caucasian today." Like, you. I like the Caucasian person over there. I usually be saying white.
I know it's like when you around certain people, you say Caucasian. It's like when you're around other people, like that white person.
Right, the white person over there. But he was like, really, just you calling people Caucasian now? And I was like, I can't say that like they.
Like, I don't know. Teach me the rules. And I feel like we should be able to respect one another, to teach one another the rules of the game, how to identify someone, so that we can like be more comfortable, so that it's never, because I feel like if it's like in science, if you're going to do a test on like a specific bacteria, you're not going to take a bacteria from a horse and a bacteria from a dog, because you can't necessarily compare them. No matter how much you try to put them side by side, they will never be the same. So I'm just saying that with our ethnicities, in order for like hiccups for us to eliminate stuff like that in the ads and the media, we should just, if you're gonna work with a black woman in the commercial, just let her clean herself and she be still herself at the end of it, or like put another black woman like that's the same color.
That was just really bad.
So,
it was just so weird. Like, even like I understand they're trying to be inclusive, but that was just so bad. Like,
it was terrible. It was
how
terrible.
That idea got approved.
That was just weird.
That was
people
terrible.
But
But like,
back to the drawing board.
But back to the topic, because
yes, there was something I read earlier today, and it was something like, before you delete your Facebook friends, if they say something like racist or something, like before like saying something mean to them, try to educate them. And I think that should that should be the back and forth. Instead of just like, I'm gonna delete you, or man, you stupid, like how you gonna vote for Trump? It should be like, well, this is why I feel this way, and see if y'all can have like a civil talk,
understanding, right? Because you may learn something, and then you can teach them something. So
so
definitely, for sure,
man. Race does definitely matter, and it plays a huge role, especially in our country, in America right now.
For sure.
I mean, we see it everywhere. But Colin Kaepernick, we can go on and on and on, but that's not what we talk about this podcast.
Not this topic today.
But it was heated. But so we're actually talking about natural remedies and natural beauty tips and natural everything, like just using what we have placed on this earth that God gave us to heal ourselves, to nourish ourselves. All these tips that we've got, I got a lot of these tips from Jasmine, to be honest. So,
she's a natural
but
queen.
So we're about to spill the tea.
Let's spill the tea, guys.
Yes.
This is gonna be so much fun.
First, I would like to say before we go into our list that diet and exercise, like that's like before we even go into these ingredients and these lists, it really does start with diet and exercise. It starts on the inside.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
in the
like,
mind.
when you think about, because a lot of these tips that we're gonna go through is for hair, skin. We have it's dead hair on the end. It's dead skin cells. So you really want to nourish and make sure you're feeding your body with the right nutrients. And then exercising, because it really does release those toxins and make you feel a lot better.
Yeah,
right.
So endorphins and everything.
Yes.
To actually really make you feel
add
great.
to that.
Yes, drinking water.
Yeah,
Ooh, I need to get my
those
water
are the
game
basics.
up.
Like, if you're not doing that, then I don't believe that any of these.
You're right.
And another thing I will add to that, though, it's all about consistency too, because I definitely think any program or any regimen, well, just unless you're completely irritated and your skin is irritated or sensitive to that thing, but I think any regimen will work. It definitely will work with consistency and actually persevering until you see the results. Don't just do it for like 3 weeks and be like, man, it didn't work. So I know a lot of us, we want those instant, and then you switch to another product.
It works and then you stop doing it, and then it pops back up again.
Exactly. So like, you can't get results like see a little results because you starting this new skincare, or you starting to brush your teeth with this such and such thing, and then by 1 month later it's not working fast enough, or you're not seeing those results that you want to see. Your body is really just getting adapted to that. So it's like literally scratching the surface of it working. But imagine if you stick with that same thing for like 7 months down the line, a year down the line, then your skin is gonna, or whatever it is you want to achieve, body goals that you want to achieve, is gonna, like, you're gonna see that finished product. But you have to like actually stay persistent, stay consistent, and down the line, as you get those minor results, there will be like little mini milestones to you achieving the ultimate goal.
Wow, I'm glad you said that, because that's absolutely my problem. I do know some remedies that work right away that I'm going to share with you guys, but yeah, especially with like the skincare, that's something I need to be continuously, because what I would do is I'll look up all these remedies, right? I'll do them, and then I'll switch to another remedy that I learned, and I just need to stick to one thing. So I'm gonna need to see how I can incorporate everything. And then
well, yeah, if you can make it work for you.
Done that, like added to it.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that wholeheartedly. Like, if you see you have because that's how I perfected the toothpaste. Because first it just, we'll wait till we get down there. Or should I say it now? I don't know.
I don't. Well,
okay, so pretty much, I mean, with the toothpaste that we use, the natural toothpaste that we use, it consists of, well, first it just started off simply with just baking soda by itself. My grandma I grew up on that. My grandma used to make me brush my teeth with baking soda, but what we would do, we would put like half toothpaste, so like Crest, Colgate, and then the other half you just dip it in baking soda, or pour baking soda on it. So
your teeth always been white.
This helps whiten
good old grandmama Remedies. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Right. And so
gums,
all the gums, gingivitis, none of that. You don't have to worry about all that. And so then, but later on down the line, I was like, okay, so not only you could put baking soda, but then I saw this recipe with baking soda and coconut oil, and I was like, the first idea of putting coconut oil in my mouth to brush my teeth with was just a really weird thought process. Like, I'm gonna be brushing my teeth with oil. This is just definitely gross. But I tried it nevertheless. And
coconut oil solidifies too.
Yes, coconut oil does solidify. So, and you don't have to have a texture that's, if it's in a cold enough temperature, and mainly everybody's house is cold enough to solidify coconut. Right, cool enough to solidify coconut oil. But yes, but the coconut oil, it didn't bother me, and it really, I saw even better results. So like you were saying, once you find one remedy and you later on down your life path, you like, oh, if you add this to that thing that you already doing, it can make it even better. But the thing is, you still have to be consistent with the very first thing that you started with. You can always build to it, but still continuously do it when you're building onto it and adding onto it.
Right.
Don't stop doing it just because you started something else. Like, what if I would have said like, oh, I was brushing my teeth with baking soda, but now I see coconut oil you can brush your teeth with, and I just was like, the hell with the baking soda, let me just brush my teeth with coconut oil. And then that would have been starting a whole nother remedy, and It would have messed up the paradigm, the shift.
So tell the people what else you put in there.
Okay,
look, get out your pens and papers.
Yes,
right.
And
Take
talking
notes
about
this
teeth.
Gotta
Yes.
start with that mouth. You want that fresh breath. I know everybody want, teeth whitening is
Pearly
like the
whites.
thing.
Breath.
You can always see the strips and everything like that.
We ain't gotta do that.
You
We
don't have to
need
do that. I'm about to give y'all, like Jay-Z said, I'm about to give y'all $1 million lesson for $9.99.
$9.99, and I need y'all to pay that to my
Right?
PayPal account, Cash App.
Wait, Cash App, Cash
App.
App. My name is Tiffany Malone 24 on Cash App. That'll be $9.99.
I'm Jasmine Wealth, so y'all can go ahead. But go ahead. No, but seriously, so for your teeth, to eliminate having to take all those little crest whitening strips, I haven't gotten
Those
my
are expensive too.
right. I haven't.
Like those
They
$50 strips.
right,
for like
$50
10
crest strips, y'all.
They are. I'll be looking at them sometimes like,
I know. I look at them too. Especially
I
when
would
they go
just
on
wait.
sale.
I'm looking
Like,
at
For
them on
real,
sale.
when I tell y'all, true story, I haven't got my teeth whitened by my dentist in over like 7 years, maybe even longer than that. I don't remember the last time I've gotten.
You ever got one? I never got it white.
Mm-mm, I've never.
Like I've gotten a white
gotten
when I was like
clean.
in
I always
the
get them clean.
yeah, clean.
Never
That's what I
better.
mean. Clean.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
ain't got dental insurance right now, so I ain't got no choice. It's been 2 years. My daddy kicked me off. Like I'm like, well, gotta
Right.
get this coconut oil.
right, gotta do something. Gotta do something to keep that mouth healthy.
No,
But real quick, we just about to break down the ingredients for a healthy toothpaste that you can use every single day. And I'd even like to mix it up sometimes. So, and y'all can add anything because like we have pretty much the same basic ingredients, but we probably have different little add-ons, and that's great. Find whichever one works for you and use that one. And so first you have baking soda, then you do coconut oil, and then there's something called neem powder.
That is goals. Get that neem powder. That is everything. Okay,
Girl, it is
It
everything.
is so good.
It's like the next hint up. It like give your toothpaste this boost.
it is. Oh my god, it is perfect.
And that's
I'm sorry, I'm not lying.
Neem, yes.
Neem.
Neem powder.
Neem powder, and you can find this at Sprouts. I want to say
can order it
find
online.
Oh yeah, online, Amazon, eBay, and really incorporate. It comes in a powder. Get the powder because it comes in different forms, and you can actually already buy like a neem toothpaste. But I like to make mine whatever works for you.
It feels better.
It feels better, like, and that stuff literally it stops sore. If you have teeth cavities, you feel like you have toothaches. It stops toothaches. You want to say anything about toothaches?
No, the camera
Oh, okay.
went off.
You gonna stop it? Okay, but yes, so it stops toothaches. It pretty much, it whitens your teeth. It's an antibacterial. It fights off plaque. I mean, it fights off gingivitis. It's like really, really good. But not only, you don't stop there. So, wait, can you send me the list of ingredients?
Yes.
For sure.
I actually have it's still on YouTube, to be honest.
Yeah, check out Tiffany's YouTube
video
channel.
on my YouTube. I'll post it in here. I always say I'll post stuff and I never do. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna post that in here. I
So
have a
real quick,
video.
I'm not
I'll share
gonna, and Kobe's gonna share that video, the neem video. I'm just gonna
We
list
should
up.
put it on. I have like a mini video. We'll put it on Instagram.
Okay, that works.
Perfect, that works. We'll put it on our Instagram page tomorrow.
Yeah, I can do it tonight. To be honest.
Tonight or tomorrow. So be expecting the neem video. It'll show you what to do, how to make the neem toothpaste. But I'm not even done. There's more.
There's
Great
more.
It's like only 2 more ingredients though. So you have your baking soda, coconut oil. Okay, real quick tip with the coconut oil. You want to make sure it's I was about to say organic. Is it organic?
I get the organic.
I get the organic
Cold
content.
press.
Yes, organic, cold press, unrefined. Do not get the refined coconut oil because that's processed and you're putting chemicals in your mouth. Make sure you get the organic, cold press, unrefined coconut oil, extra virgin, and your mouth is gonna be litty. And so okay, you want to get coconut oil, baking soda, neem powder, and one more ingredient. Activated charcoal, the black charcoal. And this stuff combined all together, oh yeah, and some people add like peppermint, spearmint. If you want that minty flavor, you can add a couple drops. If you have real bad toothaches, you can add clove oil, that's CLOVE, clove oil. If you're having toothaches, you can add some of that in the toothpaste. I don't, because I don't have any toothaches right now, but you can add you can make it your own. Like as you learn more, and kind of play and mix and match ingredients. You can say, okay, maybe this week I don't want the black look. I just want to do the neem powder, coconut oil, extra virgin coconut oil and the neem powder, and that's just fine. You'll have a white toothpaste, but if you add the black activated charcoal, it turns black. I will warn you. So.
Right.
But
your teeth don't.
But your teeth don't turn black. It actually makes your teeth whiter.
Right.
So, and sometimes people don't want to do it every day. They'll do like the activated charcoal thing once a month, or like twice a month. Once every 2 months. So like, it's just kind of whatever your preference is. But I do it every day, and it works just fine for me.
Yes. I want to talk about clove oil again. She talked about it being a toothache neutralizer. But let me tell y'all, okay? Clove oil is the stuff, because
yes, it is.
If
she
you
is
have,
not lying.
girl. Oh, I had y'all, I used to have toothaches all the time, right? But since I've been using neem powder and doing the natural remedy, haven't had a toothache. Haven't had one. Haven't had a toothache, because y'all, I ain't into this because I ain't got insurance. But that clove oil, you could get the clove bud and chew on it if you have a toothache.
Facts.
Or you could get the clove oil and just put it on there. But I get the clove buds and I can just kind of chew on it.
Yes, it's from the grocery store.
You can get this from the grocery stores. It's like in the seasoning aisle, because it's a seasoning actually.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's like in a jar.
It's a little jar and it has little buds in it.
And another place you can get it from is if you go to, I want to say, HEB in the bulk section. If you go to Whole Foods in the bulk section, I think Sprouts in the bulk section, you don't have to, you can just take a scoop of cloves and put them in a Ziploc bag and pay for them that way. It'd be like $1, sometimes 75 cents. And yes, that
yes, unrefined coconut oil, baking soda, neem powder, black activated charcoal.
Yes,
correct.
So yeah,
black activated charcoal optional.
But I do want to say this: if your tooth is hurting, like, you do still want to go to the dentist if you might have a cavity. But if you know you have a cavity, but if you have it, you can't get there until like a week or two, and your tooth is just killing you. That's when you get the clove oil or the clove buds. Another thing is, I just want to just say, like, I've had like a toothache 2 years ago, but then once I switched up to using neem and coconut oil and making my own concoction, I haven't had anything. I haven't even.
Right, that's what made me tell you about it. Because
you
was having. She was in so much pain. And the same thing with Jarvis. He used to have them bad, and I was like, I'm about to make you a secret concoction.
It works, y'all. Like,
you haven't had a toothache since. I was like, babe, you don't get your toothaches anymore. He's like, I've been delivered.
This is the reason why, though. Coconut oil is an antibacterial. Clove oil is actually a natural anesthetic, antibacterial. Neem is an antibacterial, and it actually is supposed to help clear cavities. I know dentists don't like to say that.
Cavities.
And what else? Coconut oil. What else do we talk about? Peppermint.
Baking soda.
Black activated charcoal.
Activated charcoal.
Oh yeah, activated charcoal has great properties for healing the teeth. It
draws out the bacteria.
Yes, it draws out the cavity too. It like sucks it out. There's this toothpaste made in China, and it's like based on. Y'all may have saw the ad on. It was like a little video that went viral. It was black toothpaste in the tube. Yeah, and their base ingredient was the activated charcoal for like eliminating and curing cavities with no dentist. That's what they were advertising through this ad. So.
Right.
So
we have another.
Does clove oil protect from toothaches, or does it just stop the pain?
It stops the pain. It is an antibacterial, but if you already know you have a cavity, I suggest you still go to the dentist. So, but to be honest, at the same time, I had a toothache, and then I used clove. I got rid of it, and then I started using the neem powder. I haven't had a toothache since.
Right, and that's so I want to say, and that goes with the consistency. I definitely think it is possible to heal cavities if they're at a certain level. Now, if it's like you at a root canal stage, it can repress that pain. It can, because it did it with Jarvis, like real true story.
I've done it.
And another way to actually possibly even cure, it has been proven, because I went to the dentist, I got my teeth checked, they told me I had I'm not gonna tell you how many cavities I had because it was embarrassing, but I
remember you telling me this story.
A really high number of cavities, and I'm not gonna lie, I was in high school at the time. I used to eat Skittles, Snickers. Y'all remember how many Snickers I ate? I ate Snickers like they were vegetables or something. So like, So the thing is, I did have cavities, but I found, and this is what drove me into finding research, like how to naturally cure the cavity, because I didn't want to get that much work done on my mouth. It was getting like really expensive. And so I had to say expensive because like these expensive, okay.
These is got
So got a bag and fix my teeth. I want to let y'all know that ain't cheap. Like,
now it's cheap with teeth powder.
Like, it is cheap now, so I had to research
Actually,
that.
that cost kind of a lot.
But okay, real quick. So I went and got the x-rays done on my mouth. After, it was like 2 years time, I did this and I incorporated oil pulling, and you told me about oil pulling. And so oil pulling is a great method. And what I do is I oil pull with the toothpaste, like with the neem powder. I oil paste. No, I oil pull with the neem toothpaste, the baking soda.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
The activated charcoal, I oil pull with it because it has coconut oil in it.
Yeah.
And so what I do is for 20 minutes, you're gonna swish this around in your mouth, and like literally, I did that for consistently every single day. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a human being. It was a couple of days I just didn't have the time to do it, but I would get literally right back on it the next day. It was part of my morning routine.
It makes a difference.
So while I would get ready, like the first thing I would do, I brush my teeth. And so while I'm like finding something to wear, putting on all, like getting ready, walking around the house, making my lunch, making my bed, all this stuff, I'm oil pulling the entire time.
Right.
And so I did that consistently, went back for my checkup. They said I didn't have a single cavity. And I cannot make this up. I cannot, and they were just like, what have you been doing? Don't tell the dentist your tricks. I'm sorry. If there's any dentists watching, I'm sorry that they would like try to steer you away and recommend you some fluoride toothpaste. Literally, true story. This is why I did this, because they prescribed me fluoride toothpaste.
They prescribed me.
That's what I remember.
No, the most like huge, like I had like they gave me like specialized toothpaste.
Me too. Remember, Tiffany, I told you not to take that.
Oh, that's what switched. I had to switch up.
Because they like, I had a prescription written to go to Walgreens, CVS pharmacy, and pick up some specially designed fluoride toothpaste.
Me too.
And I was like, my pineal gland /3rd, I'm not about to be calcified because I'm trying to fix my teeth. So I was like, because that's when I was really learning about fluoride and how it calcifies the brain. Yeah. So I'm like, oh hell no! I'm like, wait a minute, why are they giving me this, telling me this is gonna cure my cavity? I was like, oh, okay, this is not okay.
It's not even cure, it's prevent.
Wow.
It's treating it. It's not even curing it. And I was just like, we gotta find a new solution. I thought we had anything. Okay, nope, not anything.
But I mean,
we
stayed on teeth for a long time, but
that's important. Like,
it's really important.
You know, you can tell a lot from your teeth about your body.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of signs.
You can cure bad breath with coconut oil and all these ingredients.
All these ingredients.
So yes,
that was a good place to start.
That was great.
It was great. We just dove right into that.
You ran into.
Please remember.
I don't know. I have notes, so. Okay, activated charcoal, neem. Okay. I don't know what y'all want. Oh, gotcha. Sore throat. We were talking about coconut oil. Y'all, if y'all want to cure sore throat, okay, you know when it's hard to swallow?
Yes.
And you know when it's the first starting off, you're like, ooh, kind of hard to swallow. I don't want a sore throat. This happened to me like a week or two ago, so I immediately went to the computer. I was like, okay, what do I need to do? Because I was like, I had things to do that weekend.
Right.
I had
couldn't be sick.
I couldn't not be sick. So we've been doing our thing. And so this is what I did. I was like, I was going to make a YouTube video on it, and I haven't done it yet. I did a lot of things, right? I gargled hot water with sea salt. And I boiled the water first, and then I did it, and then, like, cool down, sea salt. And then after that, I drank chamomile tea. It's an inflammatory. So if there was anything blocking, maybe
right. Got to get that anti-inflammatory.
Yes, anti-inflammatory. Did that, drank the tea. It was delicious. And then I gargled apple cider vinegar with warm water, because you have to dilute the ACV.
Gargle that.
with the warm water, and then I did coconut oil pooling because I know that coconut oil is antibacterial. And when you're actually when you're pooling, you're doing the oil pooling, you're getting all that bacteria out, and when you're spitting it out, all the bacteria is going away.
It's
just like
Yes.
you're just
and everything is connected. Your mouth, throat,
right.
You know, sinus, all of that is connected.
All of that.
Ears,
Yes.
you know, all of that is connected.
Y'all,
so.
yes.
that just sent chills through my body. Because let me just tell y'all how important oil pulling is. Like, y'all, and mind you, I forgot to implement this huge tip. When you're oil pulling, it's so important that you oil pull on an empty stomach. You want to oil pull on an empty stomach. I repeat. But you can oil pull on others, like on after you've eaten. But the best time it works is when you oil pull on an empty stomach, hands down. And I definitely like oil pulling. It has so many health benefits, and I've looked at them a zillion times. It was like one of those ancient Aruve. Is that how you say the culture? I don't know, but it's like one of these ancient Aruve remedies, methods of life. And this is how, like, pretty much what how they doctored on people back in the day, like along with fasting and other methods of ancient methods. But this has so many benefits. Like, I'm talking from, I think it was saying, like, for high blood pressure, for skin, acne problems.
Because getting all that bacteria
it's
out.
pulling it out of your system. It's cleansing your gut. It's cleansing.
Right.
Like, you really want to cleanse yourself out. You want to restore yourself. And when you oil pull with coconut oil, like, it cleanses your gut. It cleanses your it just cleans so many things. It was like, it helps with high cholesterol, it helps with high blood pressure, it helps with diabetes. I was like, how does it help with all of these things? Like, especially my goal was because it helped cleanse your skin when you oil pull. And I wanted, like, a clear face. Like, you know, every woman, we suffer, and guys, y'all don't have all these hormones in your body.
Right,
so y'all just wake up like this, flawless. But women, we got to put a little bit more care into our skin regimens and our skin products. So I was like, okay. That oil pulling, guys, because think about it, if you have one of those unhealthy diets or more cheat days than other, or a high sugar diet or a high fatty saturated fat diet, if you oil pull, you'll be pulling all of those toxins from the food out of your body as well. And of course, you want to get to a point where you just don't eat that stuff. But if you are eating that stuff, and even if you aren't, and you still are exposed to toxins just from pollution, you still want to oil pull all that bad stuff out of you. So, God.
Right, yeah.
Oil
But just going back to the sore throat thing, I woke
Sorry
up,
about that.
it was gone. It was gone. It was gone.
Hallelujah.
Overnight. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I did this. She's like, oh, really? I usually just take NyQuil and it's gone. I'm like,
Mama.
This is natural. Like, you need to do it my way.
Right. Mama, don't be taking NyQuil and all these medicines.
Right.
Have all these chemicals in it. And we can do it the natural way. Handle yourself. Let
It's
your
just
food
crazy
be that medicine.
that it worked like that. I know I did a lot. I'm sure one of those things could have worked, but I just wanted to make sure, so I did all of them.
Right. Right. Go ahead and
So
repeat
someone
what you
said,
do.
how do you oil pull?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's, you know,
Repeat.
some people, who don't know.
You can go ahead and let them know too.
Oil
So do you
pulling-
add water or anything, or is it
No.
just straight oil? Do you
No.
grab a teaspoon? You know, what amounts do you use?
So usually you're gonna do it with like a teaspoon, and you could use like a plastic spoon to do it with, or you could just scoop it out.
If it's your personal coconut
Yeah,
oil,
I
you
know
can do.
people cook with coconut oil.
Right.
You know, you use it for your hair. So I would suggest getting separate.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
jars of coconut oil.
Get a
But,
separate
yeah.
jar for your bathroom, one maybe
Yes.
for your hair care if you use it in your hair, or
That's
for
what I
your
do.
skin care, you might want to get a separate jar, and then there's one just strictly for your teeth. What I do is I buy the huge tub, and like I have little mason jars or like old coconut jars, the glass ones, and I'll just refill it. And like, this is my bathroom one, this is my kitchen one, but I'll have this master jar and I distribute it amongst all of my other ones, because I know I'll be needing it. Like, that stuff
No,
is
you do.
life. It is life. But go ahead and tell them what oil pulling is.
But basically, you're just gonna take like a teaspoon. I'm glad you said the teaspoon, and
I
then
take a tablespoon.
tablespoon, and you can like put it in your mouth. Mine is usually solid, so I swish it around
And it liquefies.
And then I swish it around, like you were saying earlier. doing something like getting ready for my day or about to go to bed or doing my hair, and you do it for like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
It sounds
exactly.
like a long time, but it kind of is crazy because it
goes by
protects you
fast.
from talking, but it goes by fast. So you want to listen to music, you want to just be getting ready, you want to be doing something, and after that, you want to make sure you don't swallow it because that's the bacteria that's in your mouth.
Put it back in your body.
Right. So you're gargling it and you're like swishing it around in your mouth, and then
get your cheeks,
your teeth, like.
You're gonna really be looking like this for like 20 minutes doing like, you don't want to just put it in your mouth and just have it sit in there. You really want to literally swish around in your mouth like but don't gargle it. A huge tip. They said do not gargle whatever you do because you're like gargling and you're getting the bacteria and you're like, you don't want to, you just want to swish. Just getting it all out of all areas of your face, like literally swishing it in your mouth for 20 minutes. And then
you spit it out, and I spit it out repeatedly and repeatedly. I even get water and I spit it out some more because I want to make sure that bacteria is gone and out of my teeth. Right. That's how you oil pull.
Right. And another tip with that, they said if you gargle with warm salt water, it does something with replenishes something, but I never really do that part of the step. But I heard
so they say gargle.
So after you oil pull to
it does the instructions.
Yes, salt water.
Warm salt water. I never do that step, but you should. You should definitely. Like Tiffany said, she rinses and she spits it out.
Yeah, I spit it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that. I like the way I kind of like the way just water, like hot water and salt taste. But I don't drink it, but it's just it feels good.
Oh, one more quick tip to add to that. When you spit it out, it's advised not to spit it in your drain. Do not spit it in your sink.
Right.
I know it's like you're brushing your teeth and you just used to spitting things in your sink, but do not spit it in your sink because it is oil and it will clog up your drainage. And same with putting it down the commode or the toilet. Don't spit it down any drains. You spit it either in the trash can or I spit it outside.
Right, because it solidifies and it can mess up your entire
drainage system. It's like you don't want to mess up your plumbing while you're oil pulling.
Right, exactly, because that's expensive. That's expensive.
We have hey. Love the hair ladies. Thanks.
Okay, so I like a ton of remedies. Do y'all want me, or do y'all want to?
We'll just feed off yours.
Okay, so
we talked about teeth, throat.
I'm just gonna hop into cramps because I got really excited about this.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Shout out to Gabby. Thank you, girl.
Hey, girl. So I was really excited about this. I don't know if I told both of y'all, but I probably did.
You did.
So 2 weeks ago, like a week ago, actually. Finally, y'all, I have been struggling with this. Is so personal. I have every time I get my period
cycle, yes,
I have cramps, but on top of that, which is the worst thing, is diarrhea. The second day or the first day, digestive problems. But mine, I have to use restroom all day, and it's like it comes to the point where I had to a lot of times I have to leave my job. I have to leave my job because I was like I can't do this and have it every time, guys.
She's not lying.
Finally, this week, the weekend, we have everything to do.
Right.
Everything to do. Yes. I was like, I cannot not work. And so this is what I did, guys.
I'm so proud of you. You're the best.
Thanks, girl. I didn't eat anything. I was starving, but until you bought me that cookie.
The one area that I just go for the pill. I'm like, give me the pill. Just give me some Midol, Pampered.
Yeah,
I'm blessed to where I don't experience that.
But I'm curious to know your remedy if this works.
This works. So this is what I did. This is everything. I don't know how you say it. Is it chamomile tea? Chamomile tea. It is an anti-inflammatory. So when you're cramping, I think you're constantly contracting or something. And so once you're drinking this anti-inflammatory, it's soothing your muscle.
Okay.
It's like a muscle relaxer.
Okay. Exactly. Basically, you have some muscle cramp inside when you're having a period. So I was drinking so much over and over again, and it's hot too, so that's also making it better. Relaxing. But I also added ginger because I read that ginger helps you with your digestive system, and like I told you earlier, I had problems with diarrhea, digestive problems during my period, and so I was like, okay, I can get the chamomile with the ginger.
Girl, you on point.
I was drinking that crazy, and then this was the X thing. So I was drinking that constantly. Oh, and
Did you start that before your symptoms?
I started it before. I started once I started my period.
Okay.
Because you know that was first or
I always
second
get
day.
symptoms before the actual start. I don't know. That's just like the signs for me. Like, okay, I'm cramping.
Yeah.
Bloated, you know, whatever.
Oh yeah, I was bloated. Like I don't know what to do about that. I was bloated. I was like, oh, I feel fat. I'm about to start my period.
So
But
you started this whitening.
I started when I started bleeding.
Got it.
So, because I was like, But because it's like the first day, it's really bad. That's when life starts crashing down. So, so chamomile tea, ginger, and I put honey in it because that had something to do with easing your digestive system. Drinking that, I didn't eat anything else until I ate that cookie. And then I was drinking that all day, right? But this is the thing. And then I got peppermint oil.
Right.
And I mixed it with eucalyptus oil. Ooh. And I had the carrier of coconut oil. And I rubbed it on my stomach.
Rubbed it on the stomach.
Yes.
On the stomach. Aromatherapy. Come on.
Yes.
Come on, Tiffany.
Because peppermint is actually, it also is a muscle relaxer, and it cools your muscles.
It gives you that cool sensation.
Right. And I don't know why I add eucalyptus, but I don't know really reason why, but
Eucalyptus is it's a stress reliever. It's like a relaxing. It is. It
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, that's why I said make sure you use the coconut oil carrier. When I first put it on, I put peppermint.
Oh yeah, no, you did.
And eucalyptus.
The oil straight.
They're strong.
It was just like
very strong.
it didn't feel bad, but it was just really cool.
It's powerful.
I mean, what did you use?
Yeah.
Coconut oil?
I think it's coconut oil.
Yeah, you can do pretty much different oils: olive oil, coconut
oil, avocado oil. I love avocado oil.
Right. And you just
avocado oil is good for your skin too.
I'm gonna start using that in your hair. And then you just I rubbed it on and went to sleep. And then I kept rubbing it because I was like, I couldn't feel it immediately because you just feel the coolness. And so I just kept rubbing it on until like I was like, oh my God, this worked. So that's another thing.
Ladies, hey, y'all might want to adapt that.
It lasted what part?
So you put that oil on your stomach and that helps ease the pain.
Right.
Then
when's the next time you need to reapply?
Yes.
Once I stopped feeling it was cooling, I put some more on, and I kept drinking tea.
So you're constantly reapplying it.
Right.
Okay.
And I just did that for that one day because once that one day is finished, I'm good.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But
it
depending on what, it didn't work.
That's awesome.
And
That's
I
the
was
most important part.
very excited to tell everybody.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that nugget. I'm sure many people can take that and use that and implement that in their daily lives.
Yes.
So, who would have thought?
Chamomile tea. Chamomile tea. Ginger.
That makes sense. I gotta think about that.
It makes so much sense because ginger alone, I know, is so powerful with settling the stomach. And anytime I get a stomach ache or you're feeling nauseated, ginger tea, I always recommend ginger tea.
Girl, y'all, I went into Sprouts and I bought all the tea.
That was why I went no more.
Okay, I was like, that might be me. I got all the organic. I was just, y'all,
yes,
I'm stacked. I'm set for the
girl, me too. And that turmeric tea is good for your skin. I've been on that turmeric tea.
I think I just bought some, or maybe, no, I was like, I got organic turmeric at home, so I'm going to start putting that mask on. Okay.
Right.
So let's talk about skin.
Yes, since we're on skin.
There's so many things.
This is my trouble area.
Girl. Like,
not anymore. Not anymore. I'm loving. I've just recently started a new skin regimen, and I don't know if this is bad or good, but y'all tell me, is witch hazel natural?
Girl, I use witch hazel.
Okay, because I was like, is this chemicals I'm putting on my face?
I don't know.
I think it is.
It's natural enough.
It's natural enough. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there. Like, I need this to be natural because I just started using witch hazel. I added it. Like, see, that's the thing with your skin regimens, you add on too. You never take away from, like, just start witch hazel and say, this is going to be my new regimen. Like, keep all your other stuff too. So what I'm doing, and I think this will really help because I've been seeing huge changes. And y'all know me, y'all know my skin used to be hit.
So glorified. I love taking pictures.
Right, the glow up, y'all.
God bless you. The glow up is real. So let me tell y'all real quick. I've been using witch hazel. Well, first you have to do this on clean skin, and all the dark spots. I try to target the dark spots, but sometimes I just end up wiping my whole body down in witch hazel. But you get some cotton balls or whatever.
Because some people do have acne or
Yeah.
on their chest, their back.
Mine is my arms. So
you
yeah.
can definitely use it on your body.
Absolutely. So what I've been doing is the witch hazel, and then from the witch hazel, let it dry, and then I'm a fan of cocoa butter. So it's a good old fashioned cocoa butter, but I like cocoa butter on zillion. So I amplified and boosted my cocoa butter.
So I was a young girl.
So I take when I first buy the cocoa butter, I add vitamin E oil, but like I add 40,000 milligrams of vitamin E oil inside the cocoa butter. I add avocado oil, I add olive oil, and I add aloe vera. Like I take the actual aloe vera plant and I break it, and like in all the stuff that's inside, I put it inside of it, and then I shake it up for like a couple of minutes. And then I use that as the lotion that I lotion my body with after.
You put it on your face too?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like because the oil is being diluted in the lotion, so it's not super oily. Like because I buy the huge lotion, and you just pour a little. You don't pour like a mass amount. Like I don't even think I pour 1/4 of a cup inside. But you pour enough so to where it just mix in, and it's just like you're using regular lotion. It doesn't even feel like oil, and so. So then after that, I drown my body in that, and then after that, I'll be good. And I've really been seeing some changes, some major. And then of course I use the Doodle Ensemble black soap, so I ain't gotta worry about Dove. Okay,
right? That part.
Yes.
But I do use the black soap, and the black soap is shout out to Deborah for putting me on. Like,
that black
God bless you, girl. God bless you, because that's all. And the thing is, when you're using black soap, it's imperative that you use like some type of heavy lotion or oil-based lotion, because the black soap actually drains your skin of oil. Like it sucks, it dries it. That's the word. It dries your skin. So that's why. And I don't like drown myself really in lotion. I just put enough. And what I do is like you apply it to like a damp body, like a somewhat wet body, and you don't have to put as much lotion. So
That's a good tip.
my mama taught me that. Shout out to her.
I mean, like I mentioned before, I try to drink. I keep my water on deck. So I'm definitely about prevention. That's number one. If I don't have to deal with zits and acne and all of that, that's perfect. But I get it; it happens. So my go-to is apple cider vinegar.
Yeah,
she do be on it.
Like I wish I could show y'all the pictures of the changes. But I mix that with some, kind of dilute it with some water. But I take the pads, the little cotton ball pads, yes, and rub that in the areas. And it also works as a fading cream as well. So if you have some dark spots on your skin, apple cider vinegar, yes, will help with that. Along with rose water, that's another.
I heard of the rose water. I haven't tried it yet.
That smells so good. You can put that in your hair. Oh my gosh.
So yeah. Oh, and egg whites. That's another one. So if I do have something that pops up on my face. Egg white mask. It's like it dries up, so when you put the egg white on there,
she said that ain't vegan.
I didn't know we were doing vegan.
No, I'm joking. I'm
joking. But yes, egg white mask. You just take some egg whites, rub it on your face. It's gonna dry like a mask.
Wow.
And then you just wash it off, and it will pull that oil. Shrink any pop-ups you have.
Yeah, that's a good.
Blackheads, whiteheads.
Like instantly.
Really? Shoot, I have so many whiteheads.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might have to put them egg whites to use.
I actually use both. I use witch hazel in the morning, and I use black soap, and then at night I use the ACV, and that's when I remember. Y'all be so tired at night, and that's my problem. The consistency. I use apple cider vinegar at night because it stank.
I know. That's exactly why I use the witch hazel.
Yeah, sleep with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to just have to crack it open and do the ACV, because that's my only reason. That smell.
You just gotta do that at night.
I second. But the smell goes away though.
It
Like, by
does.
the morning, you smell like a brand new being.
to it. I don't know if it goes.
Yeah.
away or if
No,
you
I
keep
think
it.
by the time you wake up, you don't smell like that in the morning.
No, you don't. You don't smell like that in 30 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
good.
The smell goes away. Like
I'm
it
always
absorbs into
scared,
the skin.
you know?
Right, you're right. So the camera went off.
Dang. We're gonna
But
take
yes,
one.
those are my three.
But yeah, that
go-tos
apple
for
cider
skin.
vinegar, I'm gonna definitely.
I know,
I wonder
it
what would
works.
happen if I mixed it with the witch hazel.
Like it literally, the apple cider vinegar worked in about 3 to 4 days. I want to say we were going on a trip.
I remember that
Yes,
trip when you had us all doused in AC.
Yes, that trip. We were going on a trip, and it was like a week before our trip, and I was like, oh, no, I can't. I cannot be out here like this. So,
Girl.
yes, I did that. And
I'm gonna implement apple cider vinegar. Like I've been running away from it, but I'm gonna come back home to it because my skin gotta be flawless. Like this summer, I'm just gonna walk around naked.
Should just have the apple cider vinegar in their house because you can use it for cleaning. You can
For your
use
sickness?
it for digestion. Take a shot of apple cider vinegar.
Girl, that stuff's so gross, but I do that.
Actually, I kind of like the taste of apple cider vinegar. When I was gargling for my sore throat, I was like, this
But
is
I'm
not
talking about
bad.
like the straight. If you
Yeah,
take
the
a
shot.
shot.
You take a shot.
Y'all, why y'all gotta dilute that?
No, you can take a shot of it.
And it's not an everyday
Not a,
thing.
yeah,
It's just-
it's one of those things for digestion. It
Yes.
clears the gut.
Yes, it
Yeah.
clears the gut, and then
I'll take y'all word.
even hair. Like if
But
you
don't
have,
overdo it because it can burn out
scalp,
your intestines.
Yeah, it can
dandruff,
clarify your
yeah,
hair.
it can help with hair. So
As we're staying on,
That's a good thing. Good tips.
yeah, staying on acne. I have like a really big problem. Like I get cystic acne, which is like pimples under the skin, and they're huge, and it comes from like hormones. And so that's really hard. So I have to deal with that a lot, and hopefully God help me, Jesus. Help me. But
This your year, girl.
a lot of things that I use is tea tree oil. That's a good toner.
Oh, yes.
As well,
Absolutely.
clove oil, because it's another antibacterial, and it will numb the pimple if it's hurting, which means that will stop the that thumping. It means it will cause it to go down because you can't feel it anymore. So it goes down.
Wow.
Another thing is not natural, but if you crush up ibuprofen and put it on a pimple, it's good. That's the other thing with the stop the thumping and it goes down. And another thing you can use is these once like the pus is open, there's a pore opening. There's these strips. They're like hydrocolloid strips.
is that the ones that you wear? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen you.
If you put that on there, it's actually for blisters. It's supposed to like suck out all the pus.
Yeah.
It will suck out pus out of your
White
pimple,
hairs? Okay.
and it will go down. And that's if you have
That's
problems
good.
with like cystic acne, or even just any acne. But y'all, if y'all want to ask somebody, unfortunately, I have struggled with it since high school.
I think we've all had our fair share of skin struggles, to each of us. So, yeah, I'm more so the blemish thing. That's what kills me. Like just getting those scars
Those
away,
dark spots,
dark
yeah.
spots, and like the hand and face, and just touching it. And but I'm a new woman. I've been delivered.
ACV.
You're right. I'm gonna do it.
And that cocoa butter. You're right about cocoa butter. Like
Girl,
there are
that
blemishes that I
palm is-
had from high school that I don't even see anymore. So you definitely that consistency is real. Like, and it's not gonna happen overnight, but you'll look up and those scars will be gone.
They will be like, it's an overtime process, but just you got to know the end goal is definitely coming. It's just a matter of time, and the time you can't not be doing it during the time you wait. You got to be doing it. And so that's what gets us. That's what gets us. Like the time is going by, but you stopped your regimen, so the time need to go by along with the consistency of your regimen or whatever you're doing.
Absolutely. Guess we could say a few more. Oh, this is the one I got from Just Changed My Life. And this is a fun one. And that is using jasmine oil. Girl, it's going to have you smelling so good. Because jasmine oil comes from a flower, the jasmine flower.
Yes, yes.
And it's just oil. Like, I put that on, like, if I'm going on a date.
Talk about the women's version of the X commercial.
Yes, and it's natural. All you gotta do is dab, 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 dab. You smelling like something like a vanilla jet. Like it is delicious.
Like
and,
I just want to eat it. Like
It's an aphrodisiac, so if you
trying to seduce your man,
Seduce.
no,
and it's perfect. That's y'all's name.
Right.
You get it from Sprouts.
Okay.
yeah, it's
You
an
get it from
essential
Whole Foods,
oil.
Essential oil.
Okay. So
I
essential
love
oil.
jasmine
Okay,
oil. And then not only that, it also aids in meditation. It helps with like the dreaming properties, like help you have clarity in your dreaming. What else? It's a good for anxiety, so it helps calm the mind. So that's why it's also used as a meditative oil. But I just love jasmine oil, and definitely that aphrodisiac. So if you're trying to get you, never mind.
But if you just want to smell, like, that's the best smelling
And it
thing.
smells
It's
amazing.
one ingredient.
Just one.
It's jasmine oil.
Jasmine oil. So, and
Yeah.
then another thing this lady put me on at my job. So you can, what she told me and what I've been incorporating in my life, any fragrance preference that you have, mix jasmine oil in your perfume. And it like gives it this boost.
Ooh.
And I've been doing that, and I've been like, can you just leave me alone? No, I'm joking. But no, I just really, it smells so great. It smells so great.
Ooh, okay.
Jasmine oil to everything.
I
Write
just
that
put
down.
y'all
Go
on.
get it right now.
Hey, I just gave y'all $1 million. You ain't worth $9.99.
real.
Y'all women about to be walking around with y'all husbands now.
Cash app. Tiffany Malone 24.
Jasmine
And
Will.
really quick, I want to add in something. I know you mentioned eucalyptus.
Yes.
And I know it's allergy season, so eucalyptus helps with sinus problems. There are like these little lily pad things that you can get, and it kind of diffuses the oils into the air.
Yes.
I don't know
An
what
oil
they're called, like
diffuser.
diffusers.
I want one. Somebody get that from me.
And you can put the eucalyptus oil in it, and it'll go into the air, and it really does help with sinus issues.
Wow, that's a
Or
good
you
one.
can rub it on your chest. And
Time out. Real true story. Last February, or was it? Yes, last February, I got the flu. Y'all remember that?
I remember this story.
And I kid you not, I kid you not, I healed myself. I didn't take a flu shot. I haven't took a flu shot in like 4 years, but I didn't have to take any antibiotics. And I'm not suggesting people out there that if you do get the flu, don't go to see a doctor. But me, I was doing a case study on myself, and I was like, let me see if I can heal this thing, how good these herbs really are. Now, just how we were just capitalizing on consistency, if you are gonna do something like this, it's gonna take mad consistency. Like, you know how your doctor tells you, and this is the thing about, I don't understand why we as people can't be consistent, because if we go to the doctor and the doctor writes us out a prescription and it tells us on the prescription bottle, take this pill every
day.
two times every 4 hours, you're gonna make sure around the clock, you're gonna even set an alarm, you're gonna make sure that it's done. So the same thing has to be done with these natural remedies. So that's why a lot of people, they'll take it one time. Like, I drank some honey lemon tea and it didn't work, but you only drank it yesterday and it's 2 days. So you really, with the tea, so what I did was I concocted a eucalyptus tea. So I did.
I didn't know they had a tea.
They have a tea. They have a tea. It's in dry herb, and you can. It's this place called Movable Feast. Shout out to Brother Jordan. He put me on.
What's up, Brother Jordan?
But it has like herbs for days. It's like a whole wall of all these medicinal herbs. It's just pretty much like tea bags, but it's just the dry herb, the raw herb, and you can actually buy like one of those. I'm sure y'all seen them, like one of those tea balls or tea bags, like where you can put your own mix and drink. Yes. So it's like the raw herbs of the tea. And so I went and I picked out. I had. What did I have? Okay, I had eucalyptus. I had this stuff called holy basil. I think it was holy basil because that's like a cleanser. Like, it wipes everything out your system. Like, if you fast, and they say it's good to use that. So I got holy basil. Or was it holy basil? I think it was holy basil. And eucalyptus, holy basil, and elderberries.
Oh,
Guys,
yeah.
if you do not know what elderberries are, you need to get your life together, because this is literally like a natural cough syrup that they sell in Whole Foods. You can actually buy elderberry cough syrup, and it's literally, it fights off the flu virus. It fights off, it's pretty much like a antiviral, antibacterial tea, and like, so it really, like, that was the main ingredient. So I mixed it. I did like a side blend of eucalyptus oil and the holy basil just to throw it in there, like give it a little boost. And then I added ginger, and I added, I think, turmeric. And so I was drinking this from like all day long, at least 3 times a day, and it was, when I'm gonna tell y'all, it was gross. Like the holy basil, it just made it like like it was disgusting. So what I did, I put it in shot form. Like I broke it down. Like I made a huge cup and I had a shot glass. No lie, I had a shot glass and I was just pouring the tea, taking it to the head. Like it was so gross, y'all. It was like one of them, like gross. It was so disgusting. But I kid you not, I had the full blown flu. I want to say less than 4 days, I was completely cured. I had to call off work.
Wounded.
And I could not, I was like walking like this. I couldn't talk. I couldn't get out the bed. I had a fever. It was crazy. I had a fever.
I remember that.
And another thing I did, I forced myself to get out the house and I just went and laid in the sun for like another 2 hours just so I can just get some vitamin D, some natural vitamin D. Yes, I was trying to get that energy because I knew I needed it instead of just staying cooped up in the house under the cover just in this depressed state. Oh, and another thing. You know.
Oh, you trying to go to Taco Tuesday? That's
yeah, exactly. Calling me. Oh, okay. But yes, so real quick, so one of the ingredients in Vicks Vapor Rub, it clearly says eucalyptus oil. And so Tiffany told me this and put me on the reason why they have to mix synthetic drugs with these natural essential oils is because they can't patent it.
Yeah, they can't patent it.
And so they want to charge you more. So if you don't so what I did was I mixed the Vicks Vapor Rub and the eucalyptus oil and I was rubbing my chest down front and back and it helped like clear up your whole breathing canal. It was just from your throat down under your nose. It was on your feet with a sock on. Like
I like that.
I swear to goodness, it was just I really felt like a new person and it was just crazy. Like it actually worked. And I'm usually known to go to the doctor and they give you these antibiotics and you're on bed rest for like a couple of days, but I literally did the thing.
And you're healthy right
naturally.
now.
I'm not dead. I didn't take a flu shot and I'm good.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. So these are stories that I was so excited that these remedies work. The remedies you told me, remedies like these things actually work and it's just amazing that God has created like all of
natural
this.
medicine.
Everything for us is already here. It's just crazy that we can actually pick a fruit off the tree and eat it. To
Right.
me, I think that blows my mind.
That's amazing. It's so amazing. And another thing, I was just thinking that, like we just keep saying, our food is our medicine. Our food is our medicine, and it truly is, guys. Like natural remedies are here for us to use, and I didn't have to go to no doctor. I didn't have to pay no copay. I didn't have to go and stand in the pharmacy line. I didn't have to tell them where to send my prescription to. It was literally all of this was under $10, like, and I was healed.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Okay, maybe like $20, but I was
But
pushing.
hey, that's still a lot less, and it's natural. It feels better when you're cured naturally.
Exactly.
Because a lot of things that are like medicine, that it's not real. It's like
stripping your body.
It's stripping your body. It's not getting the culprit, and you're getting the
Exactly.
culprit when you're using natural remedies.
And a fact about antibiotics. Antibiotics, they kill your good cells and your bad
bad.
cells. So that's why I do say, I'm not telling you to ban antibiotics because
No.
I've used antibiotics this year. Well, recently enough, not years ago, but like I've used it. So I'm not telling y'all we doctor's medicine. I'm just saying if you are going to take an antibiotic though, make sure you are taking a probiotic at the same time.
that's a good tip.
Because seriously, and some doctors will tell you this and some doctors won't. If you have to be on a high enough antibiotic, a high enough dosage, they will strongly recommend you take a probiotic at the same time because it'll save those good cells that are being killed off. So like if you do have to take an antibiotic, take a probiotic as well. And another source of probiotic is like in yogurt, but I like taking straight to the pill because you get a high dosage of it, especially if you're taking something like an antibiotic when it's like wiping out your whole system. So yeah,
That's good stuff.
I think we have a comment.
Yes, Gabby asked if you can send what you put in your cocoa butter.
Yes, for sure.
Yes,
You want to
that
write it
was
down
good.
for us?
Yes.
So
what is it?
you have cocoa butter, you have avocado oil, and make sure these are all cold pressed.
Cold pressed, unrefined
Unrefined.
version.
Well, the avocado oil is really hard to find unrefined. They have like naturally refined. I looked that up and I heard it's better.
Avocado oil cold pressed.
Avocado oil cold pressed, unrefined coconut oil. cold press. Avocado oil. I mean, we already said that. Olive oil.
Yeah.
Cause y'all remember, I don't know if y'all saw that ad, but olive oil, it like lifts your breasts naturally. Like it gives it that natural plump look. So I was like, let me put some of that in there so I can have some pretty boobs. Like Tiffany. Tiffany has the best boobs. They're perfect.
So unrefined.
That was weird.
I agree. I'm glad.
Actually, I don't put coconut oil, but you can. I've done it before. It's optional.
Okay. Got you.
So coconut oil, put optional, or you can just erase it all together.
Got you.
So coconut, and then the vitamin E oil. And I'm real picky where you get your vitamin E oil.
I need to start using that.
Yes, because I get the vitamin E oil from Whole Foods or Sprouts because you know it doesn't have any of those carrier oils or it's not like chemically induced with like other side byproducts. So you want to get like a really 100% vitamin E oil. And also on the oil, like you'll see it says vitamin E, but it has more milligrams in the vitamin E. So sometimes it'll have like 5,000 milligrams, 15,000 milligrams of vitamin E. I get the one that's the maximum capacity that says 45,000 grams of vitamin E because I'm like, I'm trying to have some clear skin out here in these streets. So
I need to get that.
And so it comes in a little tube, and it's a small tube, but it's like it's really potent, so you don't have to use as much oil as you would if you got the one that had a lower count. So yeah, and that's it. You just mix that all together in that Palmer's. I use the good old-fashioned Palmer's cocoa butter, and you just do the dang thing because we about to be popping. Our skin about to be glowing. Edges gonna be snatched. Teeth gonna be white.
Edges, because we didn't get to mention hair too much. But do y'all have any remedies for hair?
Yes, for edges. The Jamaican black castor oil is a
get your edge life.
Edges.
Edge life.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
and
you,
then
Gabrielle, for
mayonnaise
keep the questions coming. We love it. We love them all.
Yes. And so I use a mayonnaise mask to help bring those curls back. So sometimes I do protective styles, or I may straighten my hair, do something certain things with it. So a mayonnaise mask.
That's actually just like eggs and olive oil.
Yeah.
That's what mayonnaise is.
Yes, eggs
and
olive
vinegar
oil.
actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you add just a little bit more eggs and olive oil to the mayonnaise, and rub that through your hair. Let it sit, and it'll bring those curls back.
I know that.
Turn up.
Yes.
Come on now. Come on.
Like I mentioned before, the apple cider vinegar
is a good clarifier for your hair.
Yes. And tea tree oil.
Tea tree oil.
That grow too.
Yes.
Right. Getting all that bacteria out of your hair.
Yes.
Grapeseed oil is good for your hair as well. I use grapeseed. Well, I don't really have to do like the definition because I'm locked up right now. So, not locked up, but my hair is in locks. So
I think they know you ain't really locked up. She has like changed to the
right. I'm actually on house arrest right now. God forbid, no. But
God forbid.
yeah, but so but for hair, I do a lot of I guess growth techniques for hair. So if you're wanting to achieve length, I use it's gonna sound interesting, but I use Jamaican black castor oil. That stuff is the truth. Like if you are suffering from thin hair or hair balding, anything that you just feel like you need some growth gain on that part, like alopecia, I would like apply that Jamaican black castor oil, massage it into those follicles, like get it to the root, and your hair just gonna start running out your scalp. Like, dang, you all the way down there. Like people do not believe me that I've had my hair in locks for only 2 years, and they like, it's grown so fast. I'm like, hey, I got the secret concoction over here. But
her hair grew so fast.
Thank y'all. So, but I use that. I use this stuff called Megatech. Do y'all remember?
You were telling me about that, but I don't remember.
A long time ago, this girl in my college, she put me on. Like, you don't remember the brand Mane and Tail? Mane and Tail, it had the horse on it. It was a conditioner.
It sounds
it's like every black girl used this, I feel like, when they was young. Well, anyway, it has a horse on it. It's like orange and blue. It's a bottle. It's like a conditioner. Yes.
Okay.
I need you to Google that right now so you can know.
I'm so mad.
Look it up. Oh, you can't look it up?
I can't look it up. What's
But Mane and Tail. So, but it's by the same makers. And so did you guys know that Mane and Tail is actually what they use for horses, like for their coats? So it like mega growth comes like, cause it's for like an animal. And so, yes, that's it. But that's not what you use. It's something called Megatech, but it's made by the same company.
Do they have like the same kind
Do
of
you remember
look?
that?
Yeah, I do. I
No,
know
it
that.
doesn't look like that.
Oh, then I don't know.
It's in what I'm talking about doesn't look like that. It's in a black bottle. Type in Megatech.
So it's a moisturizer.
It's a leave-in conditioner. And so what I did, yeah, it's Megatech. So what I did is I put the Megatech in a conditioner. I put a Jamaican black castor oil in there. I put cayenne pepper because supposedly cayenne pepper like wakes up your hair follicles, and so like I actually literally put pepper in there. I put grapeseed oil, avocado oil, olive oil. Did I say that one too? I put like 3 different oils in there: coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado oil. Those 3, and then I was using the Shea Moisture, the hair thickening or the hair growth conditioner. And then you just whip all that up and tea tree oil, and then you just apply it to your scalp.
This Megatech already got like the
Yes.
gazillion.
So Megatech, tea
reviews.
tree, olive
That
oil.
stuff is the truth. It's so expensive, but it's worth it.
Look, I'm getting it because I need to be
Right.
Rapunzel.
It will make you be Rapunzel, for sure, for sure.
Avocado oil.
Hey, we're locked, girl. Jasmine Nation. We Jasmines and we both locked. I think that's what she said. Yes.
Yes.
I love
Coconut
that.
oil.
Definitely
Okay,
adding
so
that
the
to my
Megatech,
drink.
tea tree, olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil,
And cayenne pepper.
and cayenne pepper.
And you can, this is optional. You can use that shea butter, the growth potion. It's like one of those, and it either says for
Oh,
growth
black
or for
Jamaican
thickening.
black castor oil. So you said that too?
Jamaican black castor oil, for sure.
That's unnecessary.
Like, I'm the queen of concoctions. I will blend up some stuff in a heartbeat.
Queen concoction.
Like, seriously, I be mixing it. I be like, this is my lab, and I gotta get to work in it.
Yes, research queen.
All right. About to
Hey,
get y'all
that was
ready.
awesome.
Get y'all ready. Like, I'm talking about your hair is gonna be sprint, not your scalp.
Look, I'm
telling
ready
you.
for the sprint.
Like, this, I started these in 2015, and it's 2017.
Like, amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
but
Thank
yes.
you.
Yes. All right. I mean, y'all have any more?
We cover sickness, teeth. Oh, I'm gonna put y'all on this thing I just started. I don't even know if it has. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know because it's really cool.
Tell us.
So
Do tell.
there's this thing with, I wasn't having dreams at night. I don't know how many of y'all don't have dreams. And this has a whole
I have
bunch
movies. I had a movie last
Right.
night.
Okay, well, I was not having
Sometimes I get
dreams
that
for
deep
some
sleep
reason.
where it's just like, I'm so tired. And it's just,
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
sleep. I feel like, I just can't recall I had a dream.
That's
Yo,
true.
I woke up like, why is this is the second, third movie I had this week. I'm like,
Said movie.
I couldn't even get up. I had to finish to see what happened. I'm like,
Somebody said deodorant. Gabby said deodorant.
oh, we
Yes.
got you on
We
that.
got you on deodorant. You want to serve her
But
deodorant?
yeah, some movie.
Yeah,
Real quick.
I
So,
mean, dreams.
so I wasn't having dreams, but there's other side effects as well. I mean, not side effects, other benefits, which is it cleanses out it detoxifies your system. So what you do is you slice up lemons and you put them on the bottom of your feet while you sleep, and you put a sock on over it. So you're sleeping with lemon slices on your feet, guys. It's so weird. It feels
Well, at
really
least
cold.
you know your feet taste good.
Right, and it actually
Jarvis.
softens your feet.
Lemons.
It's so weird, and it helps you. So your feet are connected to your brain, and so it promotes mental clarity, and it helps
Ooh,
you.
that's good.
Yeah, it's really, really good, and it detoxifies like stuff out your intestines and like just your cellular. You know how good, because lemon is an antibacterial and something else. Anti-inflammatory as well, I want to say. And citrus is just really good. It has great vitamin C, so it's putting it back into your system as well. So make sure it's organic though, because you don't want to be putting pesticides and herbicides back into your system. So make sure any of these things I'm saying, make sure they're organic, because you don't want, because literally
You want the real.
you want the real, because if you get the regular version, you're going to be putting like chemicals back in your body as well. So I do highly encourage organic when you're doing remedies. But yeah.
I love that.
And then deodorant. Is
Deodorant.
Deodorant.
You want to share deodorant? Because now
think
I
we have-
switched off the natural
We
remedy.
have two different. I think we have two. Oh, you switched off?
Yeah, I just use the crystal deodorant now.
the crystal.
Oh yeah, I do that. I do that too. Actually, but if you want to make your deodorant,
Yeah.
it actually takes a lot. But baking soda, arrowroot powder, coconut oil, And essential oil that you like, you can use tea tree oil, but just don't put a lot because it could burn like your armpits. Just like a few
drops,
little
like
drops,
2 drops. It's so potent. You don't even want to put that. Maybe like 1 drop.
So it's baking soda.
Got it.
It's arrowroot powder, coconut oil, 2 drops of tea tree oil. You could add another essential oil if you want, like jasmine or lavender for fragrance. But sometimes you could. I'm allergic to lavender. I didn't know that, and I put that in my deodorant. So you want to watch out for that. You want to test it on your skin first. These essential oils you want to test on your skin. Make sure you don't get any reaction.
That's a great. Because patchouli oil, I didn't know it was so potent, and I put it on my nose on accident, and I felt like I burnt my face off.
Yeah.
No.
And you're just gonna like I just rubbed it on, and it works because let me tell y'all, when I first made it, I went to the gym right after, worked out real hard, came back, and I said, "Mama, smell my armpit. I need to know if this works for the people. I need to know, okay?" Because I didn't want to be having people out there stay. And so I was like, "Mom, smell my armpit, please." She's like, "No," and I was like, "Yes, you have to do this for the people." And so she smelled my armpit. She's like, "This works. Like you got to start selling this."
That's
And so I didn't sell it. It's on my YouTube channel. But yeah, but that was too much work. I ain't gonna lie. So I just started buying my natural deodorant.
Yeah. So now I used to make my deodorant quite similar to hers. I think I put shea butter in mine though, but I don't.
That's probably a good touch.
Yeah, it makes it a little thicker, the consistency, and you can like actually put it in a deodorant jar and like make it like a roll-on deodorant. But I don't do that anymore because that takes a lot of time. And then I think I made it too strong one time, and it was like irritating my underarm. But anywho, I use the crystal deodorant, and Erica Badu put me on. I've been having it before she put me on, but let me tell y'all how she put me on because I was using it wrong. I was using it like it was real deodorant. So do you use the crystal deodorant?
I use a crystal.
It's dry. It's like a dry crystal.
Yeah.
But is that the one you use currently?
I use the one that's not a crystal. I use the roll-on.
Oh, okay. But let me tell y'all have the actual salt crystal. There's like a salt crystal, and it's like a huge chunk of a block of salt, and you just use it under your arm, and it makes you smell like nothing. But let me tell you, I was using it wrong at first, and it was working so terribly for me.
Yeah.
So I used it like it was regular roll-on deodorant, you know, 3 swipes here. And I got on my house, and I was like doing the little dance test,
Trying to not working.
like, wait a minute, I gotta go back home type deal. And so I did not know until I watched the Breakfast Club interview with Erica Badu. Shout out to Charlamagne for putting that together, whomever put it together. So come to find out, you have to use it when you're fresh out the shower. That's rule number 1. Like, soon as you get out the shower.
That has been my problem before.
You cannot do it on dry.
Do not do it on dry skin. It doesn't work. It's like you're not even rubbing anything on. And so that's how I was messing up too. And so
I'm sorry, everybody.
Right. I didn't mean to do that to you. Like, them natural girls, they cute, but they. But I'm supposed to be smelling like mangoes.
Right. Ooh, and there's
and coconut oil.
That I don't need to tell y'all about, but later.
Oh, I remember. Okay, real quick. Let me just fast forward this. So you if you ever using the natural crystal deodorant, you're supposed to use it right when you fresh out the shower. This is like when you're still dripping with water on you, so you might want to stand on one of them little absorbent rugs. You take the deodorant, you put it under your arm, but you have to brace yourself. You have to apply it 100 strokes. So you have to literally, I count in sets of 20, and my forearms have gotten really strong from this.
Work out.
My biceps, but you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 100, or it will not work. I know, I've done it. I stopped at 50 but one time, and I got through half the day. So 100.
Yeah.
This is real life tips because you might get lazy. Like, imagine 100 strokes. Like, Jarvis always makes fun of me. My boyfriend always be like, "Oh my God, you about to put this deodorant on? I'll talk to you in an hour." It's like, "Oh, you have to put your deodorant on, so that's gonna take an hour. You gotta brush your teeth. My oil pool." He's like, "That's gonna take another 2 hours." I was like, "You're not gonna play me." He talks about my morning routine because
it's imperative.
It's imperative.
I need a better one, actually. I need to be consistent. Like you said, the first thing is is being consistent with all these remedies.
Being consistent with these remedies.
Find out what
It's
fits
gonna
into your
take
routine.
time for your body to even adjust to the natural
Right.
deodorant. So
Yeah, because all the toxins getting out and stuff like that. You're right.
But
you need that
crystal-
jasmine oil, like Tiffany said, to just spray on your
Yeah.
You some
on your
fragrance.
body, right?
Y'all keep it in the purse.
And another great tip with the oil deodorant, it will get dry. So I have a spray bottle that I just spray the top of the deodorant and continue. Like by when I'm on stroke like 60, it will start to get dry. I'm like, oh, I ain't make it to 100 yet. Come on, let's
That's
put some
good.
more water on there and just get to going 40 more strokes.
That's good stuff. I think we're done, guys.
We're done. We did that.
That was fun.
Do you have any more
Any more comments? Nope,
comments,
that's it.
anything?
All right, guys. Make sure y'all share this because everybody knows about these
Beverly
natural
Amaku
remedies.
Duru. That's the deodorant. Is that the brand? I can't remember the
It's
name.
a black
It's
lady
just
on it.
It is.
I'm
It's
not
purple.
sure.
Pink.
It's a purplish
Yeah,
pink.
purple.
Yeah.
Pink.
It's
You get it from Whole Foods.
Whole Foods and
Sprouts.
Mhm.
They may even have
I
it
think
in
they have it in
H-E-B
a lot
too,
of places
'cause,
now.
Yeah, it's getting global.
Oh, yes,
but
Yeah.
It's a crystallized deodorant.
It's a crystal, and Tiffany says she has the
The
roll-on
roll-on.
form, so you don't have to do that many
But that's
strokes.
the same thing. You have to do it right out the shower because if
Oh.
not, you're going to get the stank on the stank.
Yeah.
And then she's going to be stank.
Yeah. You're gonna need a whole new.
You're gonna have to take a whole new shower
You
then.
got to throw it away.
Right. You started with it. Oh no, you invited her. Okay. Got you. Okay. Got you.
Oh. Oh.
Thank
the
you.
brand
You're the
name.
best.
That's what
Thank
they
you.
say. It is a
You are the
brand.
best.
It's like, is that it? I don't think so. You been fake like, yeah, that's it. Okay. Affirmation.
Affirmation time, y'all. What time is it?
It's affirmation time.
It's affirmation time. It's affirmation time. So, if this is your first time tuning in with Inspire Fire, we always end our podcast with these amazing affirmations that will change your life. So if you want to change your life for the best, I know a lot of times we could have been already using positive affirmations, and we also could have subconsciously been using negative affirmations. And many of you are probably like, what do you mean negative affirmations? I don't speak negative things into my life. Well, I'm glad that you think that and continue to think that, and let's just make sure we are doing that. If you are ever saying stuff like, I'm tired, I'm broke, I'm sick, I can't do this, I'm tired of this, then these are all things that you're telling your mind and programming your mind to actually do. But if you are telling yourself stuff like, I'm amazing, I'm a go-getter, I'm successful, I'm beautiful, I am ready to go achieve abundance and have the greatest life ever, I am healthy, I have amazing skin, I have all these things that we just were talking about, I have the whitest teeth, I have cavity-free teeth. Well, don't even say cavity-free teeth, just say I have amazing teeth. And so you will transform your mind into actually thinking and believing and seeing these things come true. So it is a zillion of you and it's 3 of us. So we are going to share with you our I am affirmations. Who wants to go first?
I think I wanted to go with today's message. Let's see.
Right. Ooh. Okay, I got it. I think I already say this, but
Okay.
this ain't no I am affirmation, but one is I am secure in the skin I am in, and I have clear skin.
Yes. Yes. I'm
Clear,
gonna steal that one.
smooth,
Yes.
silky, vibrant skin.
Girl, I'm gonna steal that. I have beautiful, amazing, vibrant skin.
Yes.
Blemish free.
I am healthy, natural, and beautiful.
Yes. What's that? She don't need makeup. We don't need makeup.
But if you want to slap on some,
If you
you
want
can sure. Alrighty, thank you all so much for tuning
all
in.
for
You are
tuning in.
beautiful.
Make sure you're following us on all our social media.
Oh, yes.
Soul Filling Podcast everywhere. Just Google
Everywhere.
it.
Everywhere.
SoundCloud, iTunes,
iTunes,
Google Play,
YouTube.
Instagram, and of course, Facebook.
Facebook. And if you are listening to us on any of those other sites, come on over to our Facebook Live and come join the party every Tuesday around 7:45, 8,
Yes.
10, sometime around that time. But
We'll be there.
We will be there. Thank you
you
all,
all
beautiful
for
people. Have an
tuning
amazing
in.
week, amazing day, amazing
Yes.
life. We love you. Bye.